Endless records. Infantino sings the praises of Messi's achievement at the 2026 World Cup. Scaloni. Messi asked that his teammates get playing minutes. Zinedine Zidane's reaction to Messi and his approaching the 9th Ballon d'Or. So, don't forget to share your predictions in the comments. Does Messi deserve the 9th Ballon d'Or? And if you're a Messi fan, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything new. Endless records. Infantino sings the praises of Messi's achievement at the 2026 World Cup. Switzerland's Gianni Infantino, the president of the International Federation of Association Football FIFA, confirmed his support and great admiration for the Argentine legend Lionel Messi, given his striking brilliance during the 2026 World Cup. Lionel Messi led his country's national team, Argentina, to a 3-1 win over Jordan at the close of the group stage of the World Cup, held in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Coach Lionel Scaloni's men concluded their journey in the group stage of the 2026 World Cup by claiming victory in all 3 matches, achieving the perfect mark. Infantino's message to Messi after his brilliance with Argentina. Infantino sent a special message to the Argentine national team legend via his account on the Instagram platform, which read, "Congratulations again, Messi. Now you have broken another record." The president of the International Federation of Association Football added, "You have become, Messi, the first player in history to score in 7 consecutive matches of the World Cup for national teams." He concluded, "You have also delivered an amazing performance throughout the group stage of the World Cup, and I wish you lots of luck in the knockout stages." Lionel Messi scored in each of his last 7 World Cup matches with Argentina, achieving a new World Cup record. Messi managed to net 11 goals in total during that period, 5 in the last 4 matches in Qatar 2022 and 6 in 3 matches in 2026. Scaloni. Messi asked that his teammates get playing minutes. Lionel Scaloni, Argentina's coach, revealed that the team's captain Lionel Messi preferred that his teammates get playing minutes after his participation as a substitute in the 3-1 win over Jordan early today, Sunday, in the 3rd round of the group stage. Suggested topics. After entering from the substitute's bench in the 60th minute, Messi scored Argentina's 3rd goal from a free kick, 80 minutes, raising his tally to a record 19 goals across all his World Cup appearances. The coach of the world champions made 9 changes to his starting lineup compared to the previous match in which he beat Austria 2-0. Scaloni said that Messi, 39 years old, could have played 90 full minutes today, but he also preferred that his teammates get playing minutes, and he also preferred to think about what's coming. He added, "This reflects his character in the best image, because he doesn't think about those numbers that people talk about so much." Messi became the captain of the Albiceleste, the first player to score in 7 consecutive matches in the World Cup finals. Scaloni continued, "I'm happy that he made this decision, and when I spoke with him, he said this is the best option, and I too agreed. I think this expresses how much the Argentine national team means to him, as well as the group and his teammates, and this is really wonderful." But he completed that, "No one can take away from him what he has achieved, but there is no longer anything that can be added." Zinedine Zidane's reaction to Messi and his approaching the 9th Ballon d'Or. "I am one of the few players in the history of football who combined the World Cup title and the Ballon d'Or in the same year. 1998 with France was one of the most beautiful years of my life, the most complete and the deepest in meaning. And when I read today that Messi is approaching the 9th Ballon d'Or and that his potential win of a 2nd consecutive World Cup might grant him this unprecedented achievement in the history of this venerable award, I sit and think about this number with eyes different from any other person, because I live this moment from the inside, and because I know what it means and what it costs. 8 Ballon d'Ors. This number alone was enough for any serious discussion about the best in the history of this game, but Messi is not content with what is enough for others. He wants the 9th. And at 39 years old, with 6 goals in the current World Cup in the group stage alone, and with 7 consecutive matches in which he scores, breaking a historic record no one reached before him in the history of World Cups since their inception nearly a century ago, and with a performance that makes all the competitors in this tournament appear in a completely different tier. This ambition is not arrogance nor showing off, but the nature of a person who knows he stands in a rare historic moment and wants to live it with the utmost that the body, mind, and soul can offer. Let me talk about the Ballon d'Or as I understand it and live it from the position of one who obtained it and knew its true taste from the inside, not from afar. This award is not just a reward for goals, passes, and numbers recorded in statistics charts. It is a comprehensive global recognition from all of football that this player in this season specifically was the greatest the eyes have seen and the hearts have been dazzled by. And when you combine this comprehensive individual recognition with the World Cup title with your national team, the award transforms into something far bigger than just an individual award. It transforms into a historic confirmation that this person was the best on every level at the same time. The individual and the collective, the local and the international, the seasonal and the historic. And this is what happened with me in 1998, and this is what Messi is trying to repeat and surpass in 2026. 6 goals so far in this World Cup in the group stage only, and 7 consecutive matches in which he scores, breaking a historic record of Fontaine and Jairzinho. These are not random statistics gathered in databases. This is a clear map of the journey of an entire team marching behind a single leader who carries the tournament on his shoulders. In an exceptional way we have not witnessed except in very rare moments in the history of modern football. A team that trusts its leader with blind trust because the leader has proven in every moment that he deserves this trust and more. I remember the year 1998 in its complete details. I knew the French team was strong, complete, and ready, but there was an unspoken feeling residing within me throughout the tournament, a feeling that the decisive moments in this tournament would require something extra from me, something in which collective quality alone is not enough. 2 goals in the final against Brazil after a header that made the stadium silent, then roaring in 1 second. These 2 moments changed everything and placed my name in history in a way I did not expect to that degree of permanence. And Messi in this World Cup is living these same moments with the same deep awareness of the weight of what he does and its historic importance. I watch him play and see in his way of playing, in his calm, and in his choices, an awareness that he is creating something that will not recur. Not in the way of empty showmanship that seeks the spotlight, but in the way of a person who knows the value of the moment and respects it with the deepest respect. Comparing Messi to Zidane in the context of the Ballon d'Or award and the context of combining the title and the individual award makes me happy and embarrasses me at the same time and with the same force. It makes me happy because it sheds light on a moment I am proud of in my career and cherish more than anything else I achieved. And it embarrasses me because the comparison is not fair, frankly, in my favor when the numbers are placed side by side. I won the Ballon d'Or once in my career. Messi seeks the 9th in a career still ongoing at 39. This enormous gap says everything about the magnitude of the exceptional phenomenon we are talking about and trying to describe with words that do not suffice for it. But what I want to dwell on very specifically is a sentence that the Marca newspaper mentioned, and it is very important and adds real depth to the discussion. Winning the World Cup does not automatically guarantee the Ballon d'Or. History has proven this clearly in a way that admits no dispute. Fabio Cannavaro won them both together in 2006, but the matter was not guaranteed, and was the subject of great debate even after its announcement. And this historic fact adds to what Messi does in the individual matches an additional dimension of great importance. Every match, every goal, every exceptional moment, and every correct decision in a difficult situation adds a solid stone in the complete construction that may eventually reach a 9th Ballon d'Or. But this accumulated construction requires the continuation of this astonishing level until the last moment, and in the hardest and most pressured moments. The knockout stages will be the decisive and pivotal station in this whole discussion. In the group stage, the numbers are built, accumulated, and arouse admiration. And in the knockouts, the numbers are tested in the crucible of real pressure that shows mercy to no one. The essential difference between a good player and a truly great player appears in the knockout matches when exiting is the immediate price of any mistake or decline in level. And Messi in such fateful situations historically does not retreat, but rises strikingly. We saw this in Qatar 2022 when he led Argentina in extremely difficult knockout matches and was always the most prominent in the most critical moments. And we saw it in many other situations throughout his career. The player who rises when the pressure is at its highest possible levels is the player who truly deserves the major awards, without dispute. And there are also the competitors who cannot be ignored in this discussion. Mbappé scores and performs at a high level with France. Haaland scores in large numbers with Norway. Vinicius delivers exceptional and continuous performances with Brazil, and wins the Man of the Match award in almost every match. This multiple and strong competition will eventually determine who deserves the Ballon d'Or if the tournament ends without an Argentine win. But if Messi leads Argentina to a successful defense of the title and the achievement of a second consecutive cup, I believe with great confidence that the discussion will be merely a formality, because the captain of a team that wins the World Cup in his sixth match with 6 goals in the group stage, and with a performance no one has delivered at this age on this stage in the history of the tournament, will have presented an argument that admits no rebuttal and no real dispute. I am one who walked this long, difficult road. I know the weight of the big moments at the World Cup from direct personal experience, not from distant analysis. I know what a knockout match means when you know before the first whistle that exiting is irreversible and that what was built over weeks can collapse in 90 minutes. And I know the real difference between the player who breaks under this enormous historic weight and the player who is revived by it and finds in it a source of energy, not of fear. Messi, throughout his extended career, has proven beyond doubt that he is of the second type. And this World Cup so far, in every match and every goal and every moment, confirms that he has not fundamentally changed despite the age that has advanced and despite the fantastical numbers he has achieved that might make any other player feel satisfied and content. The 9th Ballon d'Or. If it comes at the end of this World Cup, it will be not just an award for Messi personally. It will be a message to all of football and to everyone who loves it and follows it that some exceptional human phenomena transcend time, transcend the usual logic, and transcend all limits we think are fixed. And it will be a documented historic testimony from the entire footballing world that what we witnessed in this tournament from a man at 39 was something that will not recur in the history of this beautiful game that millions around the world have loved. I wish from the depths of my heart that Messi reaches this historic moment, not only because he deserves it athletically with all that he has delivered and delivers, but because all of football deserves to celebrate such exceptional human stories that remind us deeply why we love this game from the beginning, and why our heart still beats in a different way when the ball reaches his foot.